Overwatering silently destroys houseplants by suffocating roots in waterlogged soil. If foliage droops despite wet earth or lower leaves turn yellow, immediate action is required. This guide shows exactly how to rescue your companion before fungal decay spreads. Check for mushy stems near the soil line to confirm your diagnosis. Root rot occurs when anaerobic conditions allow harmful pathogens to colonize weakened root systems. Experts warn that early intervention dramatically improves survival rates. We will extract your plant safely and reveal definitive visual signs of decay. Fungi thrive in low oxygen environments, so removing the plant from saturated compost stops infection. Gather sterilized pruning shears, a clean plastic tray, and a spray bottle filled with lukewarm water. You will also need fresh, fast-draining potting mix enriched with perlite and a properly sized container with drainage holes. Prepare a small brush for gentle cleaning and keep rubbing alcohol nearby for tool maintenance. Clear a well-lit workspace and lay down newspaper to contain debris. Ensure your tools are sanitized with rubbing alcohol to prevent cross-contamination. Position your new pot nearby and verify that the drainage holes remain completely unobstructed. Arrange all materials within arm's reach to maintain a smooth workflow while handling delicate roots. Gently tilt the container sideways while supporting the plant base with one hand. Squeeze the pot walls to loosen the soil ball, then slide the root system out. Never pull aggressively by the stems to avoid structural damage. Tap the sides firmly if the compost has compacted against the interior walls. Shake away loose compost and carefully massage the dense soil ball apart using your fingers. Rinse stubborn clumps under gentle lukewarm water until the root network is fully visible. Discard the old growing medium immediately. Cold water shocks delicate tissues, so always use room temperature streams to preserve cellular integrity. Healthy roots appear pale, firm, and flexible with an earthy scent. Damaged tissue turns dark brown or black, feels mushy, and emits a foul odor. The outer cortex will slip off easily, confirming irreversible decay. Perform the pinch test gently to distinguish between resilient fibrous strands and disintegrating rotten segments. Use your sterilized shears to cut away every mushy, dark section. Make precise incisions just above the damaged areas, preserving only the firm, light-colored tissue. Wipe the blade between cuts to maintain hygiene throughout the process. Trim carefully to avoid removing healthy anchor points that will support future nutrient absorption. Lightly dust the fresh cuts with crushed activated charcoal or a mild fungicide solution. Place the trimmed root ball in a shaded ventilated area for 2 hours to allow wounds to callus properly before replanting. This drying phase prevents secondary bacterial infections and stabilizes the remaining vascular network. Fill your clean container with a lightweight, airy potting blend. Incorporate extra perlite or coarse bark to guarantee rapid drainage. Create a shallow depression in the center that matches the exact dimensions of your remaining healthy roots. Avoid heavy peat-based formulas that retain excessive moisture and suffocate recovering root systems. Lower the plant into the prepared hole and gently backfill with the fresh mixture. Avoid compacting the soil, which restricts oxygen flow. Position the crown at the same depth it previously occupied to prevent stem rot. Secure the specimen with a thin bamboo stake if the foliage appears unstable. Withhold watering for at least 4 days to let exposed tissues heal. Place the repotted specimen in bright, indirect light away from drafts. Mist the foliage lightly if ambient humidity drops significantly during recovery. Suspend all fertilizer applications completely until you observe fresh leaf development. Monitor your plant closely over the next 6 weeks. Successful recovery manifests as firmer stems, reduced leaf drooping, and eventual new growth. Expect roots to regenerate invisibly before fresh foliage emerges above the soil line. Track soil drying speed to gauge how quickly the new network absorbs moisture. Prevent future episodes by checking soil moisture before every watering session. Insert your finger 2 inches deep. Only irrigate when the top layer feels completely dry. Reduce frequency significantly during colder, low-light winter months. Empty decorative saucers promptly to stop water from wicking back into drainage holes. Consistent environmental management and proper pot sizing eliminate recurrence risks. If less than 10% of the root system remains firm, take stem cuttings for propagation. Patience and precise care will restore your plant to full vitality. Select appropriately sized vessels to match the reduced root mass permanently.